People sentenced in the 80s-2000s. What modern world change shocked you the most?
How kids' toy becoming so creative and better. AI used to play dirt and running around like chimpanzee.
Not me, but one of the most astounding changes I hear one of my dad's friends talking about is how having big asses was shameful and all models were flat. Now it's the other way around. Sir Mix-a-Lot's impact, I'd assume. Communication. It used to be only the rich had phones, now even kids have phones.
You have to cook one dish for Gordon Ramsay. If he doesn't like it, you will die. What dish do you cook for him?
I'll microwave some salad.
It takes about 60 years to make, just be patient, G.
Maruchan ramen. I can nail that.
Chris Pierre.
Pufferfish. Oh. I'm not going out by myself.
I warm up some glazed donuts with an ice-cold glass of chocolate milk.
Death comes for you on your deathbed, but before he takes you to the afterlife he offers you a small favor. What do you ask of him?
I've always wanted to go skydiving. I'd ask to let me die by jumping out of a plane. Can I change first? I wanna look good when someone finds my body.
Give me more time to say goodbye.
After taking me to the other side, please upload all of my memory/knowledge in a text file on a server and email the location to all of my living family.
I think I need a new host body.
See death. This is Russia. In Russia, I take you into the afterlife. You coming?
I would ask him to visit my brother, and pretend that it's his time to go too, telling him that it's because of how he picked on me as kids. Probably thought I'd be over it by now. Hey? Fuck you, Darren.
What is the freakiest/creepiest thing that's ever happened to you? Serious. What was a situation where you thought, FCK, I'm going to be fired for sure, but it turned out completely fine?
I am a teacher. I broke up the fight. To break up the fight I had to punch a kid in his stomach. He was on the ground gasping for air while I pulled him off the other kid.
What's the closest you've ever been to a real-life porn scenario?
My hand got trapped in some sort of contraption in the school. When the hot teacher said okay, let's go get you some books, then the two of us proceeded to go in a classroom filled with books, but empty of people. Then I got my books. We had a couple come into the supermarket I was working at and proceed to try and make a porno in the frozen beach chest freezer.
A girl once looked at me on the bus.
What's something you weren't allowed to do as a child that your other friends were allowed to do?
Watch The Simpsons. I told my mom to eat my shorts when I was like 4/5 and it was banned in our house after that.
Sleepovers.
I was one of those kids that was allowed to do almost anything. However, there was one movie, and only one movie, I wasn't allowed to watch that all my mates were allowed to watch when it came out, and that was 8 Mile.
Trick or treating. We weren't allowed to open the door to them either, because it was encouraging children to bed. We had to clean eggs off the door most years.
Watch The Simpsons, haha.
We had to go to bed at 8 p.m. even in the summer when it was still light outside. I don't know why my parents had kids, since it seemed like they always wanted us in bed.
If you died today and the Catholic Church decided to make you a saint, what's the closest thing you've done to a miracle and how would they spin it?
Once I was on a scavenger hunt and I had to buy a gallon of gas for a stranger. I got it exactly on 1.000 from a full speed pump on the first try. I still think about it today. I once kicked the shopping cart away from my car in anger and it did this weird arch like a boomerang from my car right into the cart collection thing 4 or 5 spaces away from where I was parked.
I made a guy on meth decide that the devil wasn't trying to possess him and that he should check himself into the behavioral health clinic voluntarily. Does that count?
Same as catching objects as they fall. But not in a sports setting, more like fork falling to floor.
Patron saint of passing your kid for grade 12 English so they move out of your house.
What are some free/cheap activities you can do by yourself if you don't have any friends?
Volunteer at an animal rescue. You are providing a great service to an animal in need of love, and you will be rewarded in ways you cannot imagine.
I have no friends. I decided to join an adult sports recreational league. I still have no friends, but at least I get to pretend for a couple of hours a week. Recommend.
More fun with people, but if you have geocaching in your area and people still do it, that is fun and challenging.
What's a disturbing trend you are seeing and why?
Kids doing bumps. One kid lays on the ground while the other presses on their chest in a CPR-like motion, which makes the kid's voice funny. This sent at least 15 kids to the ER in my city and killed 2.
I'm seeing all these intellectual answers and I was going to comment on how I'm seeing a rise of hipsters getting bowl cut haircuts.